Today, I am pleased to report 5,584 Albertans have recovered from COVID-19, leaving 1,004 active cases in the province. Currently, 61 people are hospitalized with COVID-19, with 8 of those admitted to ICUs. In the last 24 hours, out of 2,428 new test results, there were 33 new cases. I'm pleased to report there are no new deaths today. I want to inform you today of a new positive test result in a resident of Mackenzie Town Long-Term Care. This resident was part of a group who had not previously had tests done and was being tested in a precautionary way, so it is not clear whether this is a new infection with the virus or shedding from a previous mild infection that was not identified earlier. The facility is working closely with Alberta Health Services to understand the implications of this result and what it means for their outbreak. While it is too early to see the full impact of relaunch, so far our case numbers in the province have held steady. We are not seeing any increase so far in numbers in Calgary and Brooks, and overall, as I mentioned, our cases are stable. We have now received results from just over 3,400 asymptomatic tests done in Calgary. Of these, 430 of those tests were done on close contacts of confirmed cases, and in that group there were 75 positive results. There were only 48 positive results in the remaining 3,000 people tested, showing that the likelihood of infection is much greater when there is a known exposure. Those who signed up for asymptomatic testing prior to Monday will be offered testing throughout this week. We need to remember that being safe while relaunching the economy can save lives. The virus is still with us, and we must do everything we can to prevent the spread at home, when we are out, and when we are at work. I want to remind you that working remotely where possible is still recommended until stage 2 of our relaunch. For businesses looking for information on how to protect their staff and the public, please consult the workplace guidance on the Alberta BizConnect website. Sector-specific guidance is available, and my team is working hard to develop more of these documents. A template is also available to help employers plan to reduce transmission risk in their businesses. At my last update on Friday, I said this plan was mandatory for businesses that are reopening at this time. After hearing feedback from many stakeholders, we have altered this requirement. Completing the template is now recommended but voluntary for all businesses. I apologize for any confusion this may have caused. We are working to determine the best course of action to keep case numbers low and support businesses in meeting the requirements to prevent spread of disease, while also not placing undue burden on struggling business owners. All businesses must have measures in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So far, the numbers are good. They're very stable, which is excellent. That's what I would want to see. I think the important thing to remember is that the incubation period is up to 14 days, but the average incubation period is in that 5 to 8 day range. So this week is going to be critical. We know the reopening happened on Thursday last week, and so we'll be able to provide a more accurate understanding of what the impact of that initial phase of opening has been by midweek. And so I expect over the next couple of days, as we see the daily case counts, that's what we're going to be looking to very, very closely. But certainly the numbers to date have been good, and I commend those in Calgary and Brooks who are taking the necessary measures, even as retail businesses have opened and some additional activities have opened, to continue to follow the public health measures to prevent transmission. And also those that have come forward to offer to be tested even though they have no symptoms. That also is going to help us get a better understanding of what kind of infection rate there is in the community. So again, I think the next few days will be critical, but so far the numbers are certainly stable and encouraging.